Hello, I'm Sherry Truler with Red Apple Auctions. Today I want to talk about how you can get your charity auction volunteers fired up to help you with that charity auction. It seems to be a common problem with a lot of auction chairs is getting the volunteers on board. So I'm going to give you a tip and a process here that works for me, and hopefully you can adapt it for your own use as well. First, here's the tip. If you are able to give the volunteers something new and creative that they're excited about doing, then they will get behind you to do it. Even if it's kind of a negative for them, or it takes them more work, or it takes them more time, that's the key, is to get them excited by giving them new ideas and concepts. Make sure that it's tied to solving a problem though, so that solves your issue of making sure that the work gets done. Volunteers have been proven that they will remain engaged if the work is fun and if you're solving a problem. And I've mentioned in passing before about Volkswagen's project, where they've sent out a team of people to go out and engage the general public, and have found that if they're able to turn something that's generally considered a negative into a positive, people will participate. So for instance, people will take the stairs instead of riding the escalator, or they will throw the trash in a trash can instead of leaving it on the ground, or they will obey the speed limit. If it's fun to do so, they will do things that ordinarily they wouldn't do. The result is that when it's fun, people will do it. It's kind of like if you think about people who gamble. Why do they play the slot machine, right? They're losing money, but it's fun to hit that button and see if you're going to get a wild card, or to see if you're going to hit the jackpot. The same concept here. So here's a process that I use to engage volunteers when I'm working with the auction committee. First is, in my initial meeting, I like to ask them, what is it that didn't go well last year? Like, what sorts of problems are taking place that they would like to see addressed? And once they give me those, then I will suggest 1 to 3 different ideas to address those problems. That's the second piece, is me addressing, their problems with ideas. And then the third point is that I sit back and listen to what it is that they get behind. What is it that they're sort of rallying around for the solution after those suggestions have been made? And then fourth, we let them pursue those ideas. Anything that's not part of that is abandoned. So maybe there was a particular idea that I thought was great, but if nobody gets behind it, better let that one go, because this committee is probably a pretty good representation of who's going to be at the event. So it's better to, and certainly it's a representation of who's going to be doing the work. So unless I'm planning on doing an idea that I just love, and I'm planning on doing it all by myself, it doesn't make sense. We got to do things that the group rallies behind. So if you are brand new and have absolutely no ideas on what you should be suggesting to a committee to solve problems, I do have a resource for you. I will point you in the direction of a website, auctiongames.info. It's something I pulled together, and it looks at auction games, raffles, and activities that address specific auction problems. So maybe your problem is that you've got the same people bidding every year in the live auction, or you've got children coming to your event, families, and you want things that are going to appeal to families, not just to the adults. Or maybe you've got too many items on your silent auction and you're trying to figure out how to get those price points higher on the silent auction, and you don't know how to do that. That's a problem. So that's what it does, is it matches it up so that you know what to suggest to your committee when you're trying to improve your auction. Auctiongames.info. I'm Sherry Truler with Red Apple Auctions. Hey, thank you for watching, and as always, good luck to you in your benefit auction.